Hi, I'm Tom. In this lesson I'm going to teach you the names of each part of the guitar from top to bottom, the names of the strings and an easy way to remember them.
This is the top of the guitar, and it's normally called the head or headstock. The main purpose of the headstock is to hold the machine heads or tuning pegs as they're sometimes called. These are what we tighten or slacken to adjust the tuning of the guitar. Sometimes these are arranged with all 6 pegs on one side of the headstock or divided equally across both sides. Either way they have the same function. As we follow the strings down, we come to the nut. This is used to keep the strings in a stable position and to keep them at a level height across the neck. These are commonly made of plastic, bone or brass. Before we head further down, you may notice a small plastic cover hidden under the strings just before the nut. This is what we use to shield the truss rod, a long metal pole that runs all the way down the neck of the guitar. This rod is used to adjust any problems with the neck that may have been caused by temperature or moisture. These adjustments are delicate and should only be performed by an experienced technician or luthier. The neck of the guitar is one of the most important areas of the instrument. There are a variety of different types of neck that dictate the shape and feel, but they all provide the same function. The flat area of the neck is called the fretboard or fingerboard. The fretboard is divided up with these metal strips called frets, and it's in between these that we place our fingers. Most guitars are fitted with fret markers to help you locate whereabouts you are when you play. Normally these come in the form of simple dots, but they're sometimes a little more elaborate. If we follow the neck further down, we reach the body of the guitar. It's the body of the guitar that contains all the electronics required to provide a sound signal, or, for acoustic guitars, the body is the hollow cavity that allows sound to be amplified and projected out of the instrument. On the front of the guitar we can see the pickups. These will look slightly different based on the model and configuration, but all electric guitars have at least one magnetic pickup. These will convert the vibration of the string into an electrical signal, which is then passed through the volume and tone controls and out of the guitar via the jack socket. The volume control is fairly self-explanatory, but the tone control is a little different. Instead of affecting how loud the signal is, the tone control adjusts the texture of the signal. The lower you turn the tone control, the duller the sound becomes. On guitars with multiple pickups, a switch is installed to change between them. Some guitars have the ability to split single pickups into their individual coils, allowing for even more tonal options. Most of the strumming and picking is done around this area. As a result, some guitars will have a plastic guard around here to prevent the pick damaging paintwork on the body, but this is not essential. The only part of the body we haven't discussed is the bridge. This is where strings are fed through when we fit them on a guitar. Some guitars will have a fixed bridge, which simply means that the bridge doesn't move and stays solidly attached to the instrument. Other guitars may have a tremolo system, which requires a cavity in the back of the guitar to house a complicated spring tension system. These tremolo systems are manipulated with a tremolo arm, or whammy bar as it's sometimes called. That should give you a basic overview of the instrument itself, but before we finish I'm just going to explain how the strings are tuned.
So starting from low to high, the strings are tuned E, A, D, G, B, E. They're also referred to in number form as 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're struggling remembering the names of the strings, there's an easy mnemonic you can use. It goes like this. Eggs are daft given before Easter. E-A-D-G-B-E. I found that really helpful when I was starting out. So in these videos I'm going to ask you to place your fingers in certain positions. I'll do this by saying things like 7th fret on the 3rd string. So you need to work out what the 3rd string is first, so we know the high E is the 1st, take it back one would be the 2nd and the B, and then onto the G is the 3rd. So we've got the string, and we just need to play on the 7th fret. Now, ignoring this marker here, because this guitar's, well, not unique, but a lot of guitars don't have this 1st fret marker, you'll find fret markers on the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 12th fret normally. So we know that the third mark is also the 7th fret. You can also do this by counting up, but you'll learn to recognise the frets a lot easier. So 7th fret on the 3rd string would be here. 2nd fret on the 5th string would be here. So it's not the 6th string because that's the lowest, the 5th string is the 2nd lowest and it's also the A string. We play on the 2nd fret. And 9th fret on the 1st string. So now I'm just going to list some directions, and if you can follow them at home, I'm just going to play them shortly after. So I'll leave a space. So 4th fret on the 4th string. Ninth fret on the 2nd string. Eleventh fret on the 6th string. And 1st fret on the 3rd string. Hopefully this short lesson has cleared up any confusion you might have had about the names and parts of the guitar. Now you know what everything's called, take a look at my other videos to learn how to play. Thanks for watching.